amazing. Oh, it's clash heads again. This is like Chaz Mostert and Cam Water.
For the first time here for season 3. Davis on pole, Vandergren in second. It's going to be sprint round action here tonight. Let's go racing here at Daytona. It was a good start there from Davis in comparison to Vandergren in behind. Cowan's absolutely bogged it up and already dropped out of the top 3 here as they come down towards turn 1 for the first time. There's biffing and barging between Gallen and Cowan. These guys are still going at it after last season. They survived for this time by though. Through turn 2 and 3 they come. Nice and clean, boys. Keep it up as they come up to...
I love riding. It's a real social thing. There's a great bond between riders.
Every weekend, I look forward to getting out there. It's a freedom like no other.
Riding to work is a great way to start the day.
Shannons insure all types of road bikes, not just classics. They offer features riders really want. It's why they're one of Australia's leading motorcycle insurance providers.
Whatever you ride, whatever you ride,
Whatever you ride.
ride with Shannons.
Call 134646 for a quote.
Through turn 1, it was a horrible start from De Bono, who's absolutely bogged it up and gets eaten alive by Dixon and Gowans as they come on through. Through turn 1 they come, and they all spread out around in towards the first sector of the Silverstone circuit. They look all right at the moment. Okay, there's already been a car spun round. That's Jordan Ferguson offline.
Is green, green, green at Road Atlanta here as well. Faulkner did get away. De Bono is tucked in as well. Unfortunately, Houghton is on that outside line. De Bono does want to tell him to do. He's got the job. De Bono's overtaken. Now can he get Ben Faulkner up through turns for 2 and 3? They go round the right-hander, dropping down the hill. Faulkner's out in front. De Bono second. Houghton third. Ratcliffe in fourth. No real dramas going into turn 1.
We've always had a few cars. They're all special. The T-Bird.
Oh, that's mine.
The Combi for when we want to get away. The XR8.
It's going to be a classic.
They're all insured with Shannons,
We've also got Shannon's home and contents cover.
which helps protect our automotive collectibles, tools and memorabilia in the home and garage. If you're motoring enthusiasts like us, it's got to be.
Shannon's.
Shannons, insurance for motoring enthusiasts. Call 134646 for a quote.
amazing. Oh, it's clash heads again. This is like Chaz Mostert and Cam Waters. Almost the same situation. Better contact going down the hill. Sam Noble wants to sniff on Dave Coleman now. Sam Noble bottle right now because tell you what, Reece Tanek and Jamie Dyson just absolutely drove away from us. Hayden trying to go around the outside. This is where he could have just sent it up the inside, but he hasn't committed, which is fair enough. It's very scary out there, ladies and gentlemen. Now let's see if we get a good run. Dodds just absolutely thinker, but it's a really nice move. Blake Delaney had to move out of the way.
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to SRW TV. And welcome in to the replay broadcast of round number 8 of the Warren Brown Tools V8 Supercars Season 4 of 2024 out at Canadian Tire Motorsport Park. I'll be commentator here tonight, Hamish Munro, joined as always by Steve Sinkovic. Sinker, we missed out on the opportunity when things decided to play funny buggers on Tuesday night, but we're back again Saturday night, lead up to the penultimate round of the Sunday Supercars tomorrow night. Before next week, next Saturday, at this point, we would have had qualifying race 1, qualifying race 2, top 10 shootout for the Sandown 500, and the final round of the Sunday Supercars. That would all be finished by now if this was a week later. But tonight we get to see what happens at
Question is going to be, what state are we going to be in?
I think there might be a couple of rums in my future next weekend, Singer. I'm going to be honest. But no, we should be okay. We should be okay. But, you know, some good action coming your way here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, of course, out at Mosport. We were just having a chat before the show started. It was a sprint round, Singer, so I hope you did actually save both races on this replay file. Otherwise, we're only seeing race 1.
Look, otherwise it's going to be a short show and we'll just talk about who won.
We'll just preview Sandown for an hour.
Yeah. We can just talk about rubbish like we normally do and digress. And it's Saturday night and people aren't really going to give a shit. They're just going to listen to our voices and probably fall asleep anyway.
Oh, most likely. That's what you needed last night at 2 a.m. when your son decided to get out of bed. Was just two weirdos chatting about pointless crap on a Saturday night.
And then he started. Then he had the nerve to yell at me and tell me why do we not have Spidey and the Friends on TV at 2 in the morning? It's like, are you for real, kid, or what?
We've already got JP. We've already got JP joining us for the chat, as well as Dodsy as well. Dodsy saying keen as for Sandown Gen 2 is going to be a great send off. It's going to be absolutely phenomenal. Dodsy, JP out there as well, saying that's okay. My race 1 was good. You don't need to see my race 2. Well, we'll find out when we get there if the replay suddenly just ends and there's no race 2. So, who's sure of that one just yet? Steph as well. So keen for next weekend. I think we all are. I mean, we're all pretty keen for next weekend. Sandown 500, our last ever 2 races in the Gen 2 car. Sinker, of course, for the final round of the Sunday Series. Tomorrow night is the final round of 2024 that actually takes place on a Sunday for that series next week, obviously Saturday afternoon.
Where the hell if anyone could get the search party going, where the hell is 2024 gone?
I know.
It's like, what the hell has happened with that?
It feels like last year I was stuck at home Christmas Day because I couldn't go to my family's house because one person had COVID. It feels like that. It feels like it was yesterday. It does not feel like it was almost a year ago. Now it's absolutely
nuts, isn't it? It really is crazy. But it's been a hell of a year, and we've met some new people, met some new drivers. JP's come on board. We've got some new RC downstairs as well in the dungeon. So Warren and Brown have been amazing. Grim Industries have been amazing. Shannon's unbelievable. Shant's. Oh God, the list goes on. DSL, NeuroPower.
Cooler Master coming on board as well for the SFL.
Cooler Master as well, yeah.
Massive pickup. I mean, as a person with a Cooler Master all-in-one in their PC, highly recommend. Works an absolute treat. Keeps it at a beautiful, nice temperature. It doesn't overheat quite often, but I mean, no, it's been a massive year, Sinker, of course. I mean, we've all taken on slightly more. I don't say it out of show off. I say it out of grace, becoming the voice of SRW since Shivvy's stepped away with his family life, obviously, and then a couple other people stepping his way as well, leading up to season 1 of this year. But it's been an absolute blast. It's been an incredible year. To bring so much racing to the eyes of viewers out there, but also putting on some fantastic racing for our drivers out there as well, and actually putting it on screen for them, when it matters, and that's what's been the most enjoyable and important part of 2024 in SRW, and it continues to grow. We continue to have some amazing events upcoming. Of course, CNF 500 next weekend, the Wednesday after the AOWN. That track pool gets happened tomorrow, Sinker, where we can then reveal it on Wednesday, 1 week out from the actual event, so it gives drivers a week to practice. It's going to be a massive into the season, and then before you know it, we'll be back for round 1 in January. Gen 3 Supercars, SFLs, GR86s, and Fridays are making a bit of a change as well from the Legends for next season. We're going to be mixing it up with a different Friday night fun night series, but we're not going to reveal that one just yet. It's going to be pretty special.
It's been a pivotal year for SRW. We took the punt and we put season 1 and 2 out there for free because we knew we had something special and we just wanted people to try it. And we knew if they tried it, they'd love it and they'd continue doing it. And I suggested it to Dean for season 1 and he was like, "Oh, really?" And I go, "Yep." And I remember we started the season. He goes, "How come we're not getting some subscriptions?" And I said, "Dude, don't you remember we're doing it for free?" He goes, "What? For free?" And then we did it for season 2, and then back to normal 3 and 4, and people have stuck around and had a lot of fun, and it's been a massive resurgence. It's like everything is full. Sunday nights is probably the least amount of cars on track, but the quality of the cars on tracks on Sunday night has gone through the roof. We've got, I think at the moment we've got some of the fastest guys in the country at the moment racing in that series. So it's amazing. It's really cool. I think the only downer of that is that we're missing out on the Fishy Boys because they're doing the Scops and that on the Sunday night, which doesn't feel right because they've been the mainstays of the series. Coleman stuck around, which is pretty good, but he had a bit of a shocker this year with incidents and stuff like that. But the absolute legend still sticks around and gives me shit on the chat. So I don't know, mate. There's so many pivotal moments this year that just you got to just thank the drivers, don't we?
Yeah, that's it. I mean, without the drivers on track, we don't have a show to put on. We don't have a series to put on, of course. So, even though they're paying members of the community, without them showing up every single week, we don't have a series that run. First-hand GTDs earlier in the year, we unfortunately just lost the numbers of that series, but those other series have continued to go on strong, and it then takes the pressure off them as well. When those numbers are strong, that means we can just put on a nice weekly show for them, sometimes on a different day when things don't go our way, but
I remember stressing out like years back, stressing out, we're going to have enough for this season, we're going to have enough season, and we're going to be alright, and then first race to come along, we'll be like, "Oh, awesome." But look, it's good. There's a few really cool things I'm working on in the background, which aren't public knowledge just yet, because I just need to get a few things ticked off. But there's some really special stuff for 2025 that I'm working on, which are going to be groundbreaking. Hamish, it's going to be pretty spectacular if I can get it off the ground. So I won't talk too much about it, but boys are all planning everything so we can get registrations opened in the next week or so, and get things running for 2025. So we're not too far away from that. I know a few people are already asking me, Hamish, when are we going to open it up? So it's pretty cool. It is a good spread of categories, Steph. The only one we're missing, and it hurts that we're missing it because it was one of our bread and butters when we first started. First started was Porsches and V8s. That's all we had, and we lost the Porsche when it changed to the current model, and it just died really, the series. But I'd love to get a GT3 or Porsche series off the ground next year sometime, but we'll see what happens.
I was selling the fact that we probably should have started Porsche Cups in season 3, but it's a bit late for that now. But I mean, we're forever expanding. The only hint I'm going to give at what's going to be the type of racing that'll be on the Fridays for the free series, because I want to race it, so I won't broadcast it. But the only hint I'm going to give is it is not on tarmac. That's all I'm going to be giving. I'm not giving up anything else right now, but it's not going to be on tarmac. So,
beach.
Well. In saying that, I'll give you even more of a hint. Only 2 races will take part on tarmac. out of the
Oh,
9.
there you go.
Yep.
There you go. Well, I got my replay ready, Hamish.
Very good.
But it won't let me select anything but scenic for some reason.
Really?
Yes, which is really strange.
Is your SDK open as local?
Nope.
No?
No, I haven't got SDK open at all. I'm just sharing you I'm just trying to watch my replay, which is really weird. It may be because the car that I'm trying to do, it wasn't actually in the first heat. I'm not sure, but let's see. Yes, it was the car that I wanted. Here we go. It's working now.
Very good. Very good.
As my mother-in-law would say, bugger, bugger, bum.
And you know what, the Friday series, just like it's always been, rock up and race, have some fun, not take it too seriously. It's not worth any penalties, not worth any license points. It's come and have a yarn, come and have a laugh, and do your best. That's what we wanted to do. So yeah, that's the plans behind that.
I must admit, I nearly got on track Friday night.
You know, I wanted to, and then we were supposed to do this, and it just didn't work out for either of us. I want to race next week because next week is at Chicago and it's the final round of Legends for 2024. It's the final round of Legends probably for a couple of seasons until we return to Legends. That's another thing as well. We may just rotate a different type of racing on Friday every season. We might do this new series for Season 1 and then go to something else for Season 2 and then maybe back to Legends for Season 3. We'll ask drivers what they think. And, you know, it's pretty much if you've already signed up for Legends, you're signed up for next season. They're not going to kick you out of that league because it's you rock up and you come and race and you just come and have a good time, and that's what it's all about. So qualifying is currently underway. It has been underway for the last 12 minutes or so. We're just waiting for Singer to line up the start of his replay so we can at least get double screen for you, and then we'll skip ahead to the start of race number 1.
I'm ready, mate. I'm ready.
Ready?
Like toast.
Fantastic.
Can you see my ninja?
I can see that you're on there. I have actually I have got it already loaded into the double view, so we'll skip ahead in the session and we'll go straight to race number 1. Starting grid for this race will be as follows. Brandon Levin will start pole position ahead of Blake Fitzpatrick in P2. Blake Urquhart, Angus Lawford on the second row of the grid. That's a great qualifying from Urquhart. He's been getting better and better every single week. Troy Dooley, Jaden Green on the third row with Jeremy Bush starting P1 for the AMS ahead of Sean Rigby in P8 with Michael Quash, Mick Clifton making up the top 10. Andrew Cowan, Scotty Weston for the top 12 cars as we then move back to Andrew Rushworth, Matty Parker, Mitch Noble, Jacob Traynor for the top 16. Brett Taylor, Daniel Clutterbuck, they'll start in the top 18 cars on the road. Kurt Nommensen, Jake Edwards, they'll make up the top 20. A couple of those boys will be racing in the 500 next weekend. Craig Healy, Marty Hughes, they'll line up in behind them. Martin Lipsky, Di Feldman, who will line up alongside Steph Piccoli next weekend in the all-female entry.
Oh, yeah, looking forward to that.
Yeah, that's going to be phenomenal. Tyler Sheaf, James Parfitt, Josh King, Brad Mays, Shane Newens, Jamie Davis and John Gallen in this race, but I believe Gallen may have pulled out earlier. Race controllers here tonight. Kyle Gretsch, first time he's being lead race director, with Matt Keane, Greg Barber and Greg Leake here this evening for this racing here tonight. Now, we are going to have a bit of a wait no hand sinker because they did delay the start of the race quite a lot trying to get us sorted out on the broadcast on Tuesday.
They did. They were talking about it in the background.
Yeah.
Look, you know, it is the... And you know what? Actually, hang on. There's people out there in YouTube land. Thank you for joining us on a Saturday night. I know some of you probably had a big day and just relaxing or from work, or some of you might be getting ready to go out tonight with the girls.
Yeah. Quite possibly,
But,
you know.
Yeah, exactly. This is going to be cool. I haven't seen it. I said top 10 in the qualifying. Brandon Levine's got top spot. I didn't even know that. I've no result of one of the heats, and that's about it. But that's all I know. So even the winners and the losers and who did what is all going to be a surprise to me and you.
Yeah, this is not like any normal Saturday night broadcast where I at least know who wins. I've got no idea. I'm coming into this as blind as ever, which I love because, I mean, Mosport has a very close place to my heart. It was the first ever track I did a league race in the Gen 2 Supercar. I plan on doing the final strength of field here on December 3rd. Because again, yeah, this was the last track. This was the first ever track I raced on in the Gen 2. I want it to be the last track I ever raced on in the Gen 2. So, yeah, it's a pretty special place. It's a very tough circuit. We've seen it a lot across multiple series. Turn 2, the double right-hander at turn 5. Engines can blow down the back straight. there's all sorts of carnage that can happen here. Teammates can even come together at this circuit as well, Sinker. So it's shout out to M1 Racing. It's a tough track.
I've done it twice, I think.
Yeah.
Done it twice. Anyway, that's the way the cookie crumbles. It's racing, and that's how the fun comes out. And sometimes, unfortunately, you do take a teammate out.
Yeah, good
You might as
old,
well call him Eldonado.
good old Darren Crosby does not like to remember what happened at Mosport last time he was here. I believe with Chris Burridge when he hit him at the final couple of corners. But there's so much to come your way here tonight. Of course, as we said, we're hopeful that Sinker was smart enough to save the replay for both races and not just race one.
Yeah, I had the whole thing saved, mate, from scratch.
Oh, well,
I've got
right.
my camera starting in the middle of the pack like I normally do with Andy Cowan.
Very good.
Get Mr. Andy Cowan. Did you hear that, Andy Cowan?
Yeah, Andy Cowan.
I thought I'd give him. I thought I'd rename him for the night, and because he's working tonight, I think. So he'd be out gigging somewhere. He probably won't even know this night. He might watch it back later on.
What's his bands? It's like 2 Man something. Is his acoustic band's name?
Oh, I can't remember. I think he's got two different, depending on who's doing what. But anyway, let's get it rock and rolling, man. The grid's ready. Everyone's ready.
Yeah, we're ever so waiting the lights to go up. Blame whoever you want for Tuesday night for the grid being extended about 3 times.
Yeah, correct. And listen, while we're there, there are a couple of spots still left for Sandown. So get your go to the site www.simracingworld.com.au. Go to Go Racing, go to the subscription section, straight to there.
Yep.
Entries
and closed tomorrow, Sinker. Remember?
Say again.
Tomorrow at midnight, entries closed.
Yeah, so we'll close that after the session's done. Who's there? I think there's already 37 cars on track, which is going to be an epic night either way. Epic weekend either way. Lots of prizes to be won. The 86 series is full. We were going to do GD3 and we thought let's just do the 86. That way it's a good buy for them as well. For the year, sort of finish for the year, because we've got the
have a special event, the Supercars.
Yeah, we've got a special event for everything, and the V8s. Then we've got the 86s, because the drivers will be able to win prizes, and viewers as well.
Yep.
And then we've got the Australian Open Wheel Nationals on the following Wednesday as well. So then everything gets a bit of a send off for the year, which is fitting for all, and a lot of fun. So if you can't race over the weekend, please join us and have a chin wag with us over the next 2 days on next weekend, because we'll be giving away a lot of stuff. Warren and Brown has got well over $400 worth of gifts to give away.
We've got 7 hours of airtime to fill, so we've got a lot to give away. It's a lot of hours to give away.
There'll be subscriptions, there'll be gloves, there'll be SRW gear, there'll be Warren and Brown tools. I'm going to have a word. Pacific Esports PER boys. Mr. Banks is going to have a prize, give a nice giveaway for his Lake Edge Caravan Park.
Oh, very good. Lights are going up though, Sinker. Very quickly, we're underway. Sorry to cut you off at the very last moment. We'll chat about Lake Edge Holiday Homes, I'm sure, throughout this race. You can see that Levin has led them off the line. He's done a great job. Urquhart is all over him as well as Fitzpatrick too. The two PR teammates. You mentioned it, Banks giving up what I'm going to assume is a free weekend away at Lake Edge Holiday Units.
Yeah, I'm not sure what exact details just yet, but I will give that to you when we get the details sorted.
Very, very good. So Levin has led them away off the line. It's been a great start for him. They've kept it clean through the first couple of sectors, but turn 5 is the corner we have to be careful of, Sinker. I've noticed Jaden Green has gone back to what their original look was going to be on this car, the red instead of the teal. And I like it on that Project 36 car. The teal stands out, but the red just feels right with Simrigs on.
Yeah, it does. The Simrig just looks. It's the way it should be. It's the way it should be.
As someone who has a team who used to have Simrigs on it, red just hits different with Simrigs on the car. But he's currently putting some pressure on Troy Dooley, of course. 20-minute sprint to come your way. There are no compulsory pit stops in these races here tonight. They should make it from green to green, as long as there are no safety cars. And I've just noticed as well, some of the field, it's just counting it weird, that's fine. Into lap 1 though, 11 leads to Urquhart, Fitzpatrick, Walford, Dooley, Green, Bush, Parker, Quash, Rigby, Weston, Rushworth, Cowan, Edwards, Traynor, Noble, Taylor, Clutterbuck, Hughes, Nommenson, and then Lipsky, Feldman, Parfit, King, Mays, Davis, Healy, Sheaf, Clifton, Gallen, and Newings. I'm not sure why it's counting them as out of the race. This has just been a massive disconnect, I'm not sure. Or you just haven't drawn the cars for the replay sync. I'm not sure what's happening, but
I don't know what I could do out of them. I've just got all the car. I've just got the replays. Replay.
yeah.
I think we're nearly synced. We're not far off it. I think I might be a second or so just ahead of you.
I'm not sure what's necessarily happening, why some cars get classified as out of the race. Still apologise for this, of course. They're not on the replay. They haven't drawn. So like James Parfit, he's disappeared out of the realm. As has Lipsky, Feldman, King, Mays, Davis, Healy, Sheaf, Gallen at the start. So I'm not 100% sure why that's done that necessarily. Brett Taylor doing a pretty good job at this stage. He's still rock and rolling. Marty Hughes, Tim Hine, as well as Kurt Nommenson too. But Brandon Levin still leads the way. Urquhart Fitzpatrick putting all sorts of pressure on him. Remember, Lawford has taken the lead of the championship here, Sinker. And with Davis not drawing at the back of the field, has he actually raced on Tuesday? And has he actually gotten a good chunk of points? That's the question. Oh, no, now he's reappeared into the stratosphere and he's at the back.
There you go. So we're not too sure what's happened there. Must have been something in the system at the night. Maybe it wasn't just us that was having issues as well.
Yeah, it
so.
might have been an iRacing issue, maybe.
Yeah. But have a look at this. Look at this, 3 at the front, going for it like crazy. A bit of rubber getting his chase straight away. I'm loving it. We are definitely in sync at the moment, which is really good to see on both screens. Yes, it is. Oh, look at that. Nice. Nice. Levin is getting back into some speed as well of late, which is good to see. He's starting to enjoy himself, which is great out there. Look at the steering wheels going left and right, coming down that first corner, hugging it nice and tight, keeping it close, not touching that grass. You touch that grass, you're absolutely gone. Getting it early, getting it cut in left, avoiding the right-hand side where I usually end up just in that wall. It's got my name tattooed on it. And then you come across this tight right-hander, which feels like a bit of a double. Levin's going in for it. He's side by side. He's got him done. He's got him past. Well done.
He gets the job done on Fitzpatrick and now tries to chase down Urquhart. Poor JP. He had a great race one. Well, you know what, JP? If we can't see it, it didn't happen. That's the reality, but no.
The tree falls in the woods. Can anyone hear it?
No, but we do apologise for those issues that are persisting. I'm not sure why this happened with the replay file. Again, unless it was just, although Sinker, you should be drawing all cars. You normally do, so I don't know. Might just be a glitch in the system, maybe. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's okay. I'll probably, as we flick through, I'll check out the back in that. It's STK is saying there's a few missing, but we'll catch them up. I believe I've seen them on track on my footage, so I'll switch it around. Let's see if we can find Puffett down there as well.
Yeah, see if you can find him down there.
Yeah, let's see if Mr. Peg's there.
Angus Lawford has just had a blink out. Now he's back into existence at this stage. Matty Parker finds himself inside the top 10 just ahead of Jeremy Bush at this stage, and he has joined in the correct car, so no disqualification this week for Matty Parker, Sinker. He is in the Commodore, which he started the season in.
Yeah, 100%. No, it looks like it's the replay that did it. I'm not sure why it would do that, but it hasn't saved some of those drivers down, so it's probably the replay's fault, not yours, Hamish.
If we have I'm Hamish, it happened to us, Dye. We had a great scrap. Well, Dye's also not getting pulled for the replay as well, so, you know, didn't happen. I don't know. There's no video evidence. No, I'm just getting this as well. Andrew Rush saying, why is my class showing as an AM driver in the sense he is a Pro-Am? Well, when I was given his one, he was an AM, so I'm not sure why. Rushing. When I got given the name, he was in AM, but that's fine. I can change it if you want me to.
Best, he's got the fastest lap at the moment. It is, looks like Dooley. 249. it is. Yeah, it looks like Dooley's got the fastest lap at the moment. He's really screaming. He's got a bit of pace over the last few weeks. He's got a 1:17.249, so he's doing really well out there.
He's been having some up and down weeks, hasn't he, Sinko? Just really, you know, had some great pace, but just been a bit unlucky. And I think if someone who deserves
ages,
some dues, if someone deserves some dues during the 500, I feel like it's Dooley. But then the counteract is, does Cowie deserve some dues? Who's his co-driver for that event as Jaden Green runs it wide at turn 5.
Out to the wall. Who was that?
Oh, that was Green. Very, very lucky to bring it back on track and not collect anyone.
Generally, you'll see drivers when they do take that next step up in pace, it takes a while for the consistency to come back. So I think that's where Dooley's at. He's got faster over the last 12 months, and now that pace brings a little bit of uncertainty, a little bit of consistency. So he just needs to just keep getting used to that pace and getting the consistency back. So he's on the right trajectory. It's a natural progression for a lot of drivers. They do that. That's where my trajectory is at the moment. That's why I would spin a lot, yeah.
whatever narrative you're trying to sell, whatever legend you're trying to sell, Sinko.
Oh, mate, I've got to tell you, I've got myself a new rig, and I've had it for 2 weeks, and I tell you what, I have not been able to put it together. I just have not had time.
Like you missed that little sly. Is it Tyson's?
No, it's not.
I
went got myself a nice Trackmaster Alpine.
Nice.
Yeah, so this thing's nice, blue and sexy.
I'm doing pretty well, Rushy. I'm excited for Gen 3 for next year for SOW. I'm excited to see what Gen 3 is like in vets for one round in December before they go on break as well. So it's a good time. It's a real good time. They're going to
introduce it for just one round, as part of the season?
Yeah. So, so they were supposed to start the week before, but because Gen 3 was announced, it comes out the week of what their original round 1 was going to be, so they pushed it back a week. So drivers had a week to practice in the Gen 3 car. So, but it worked out okay. They normally have a 2 or 3 week break in between seasons, so it's all because it was a leap year this year, and there's 14 weeks this season, not 13. It's offset everything when stuff comes out. So, not much they can do about it, but still, it'll be good. It'll be at Watkins Glen, so I look forward to that race. Should be quite hectic and a real deep end to throw drivers in for round 1 in a Gen 3 car. That's going to be phenomenal.
I'm going back to Scotty Weston down there, and he's having a great little fight there with Andrew Rushworth. Rushy, who's in the room tonight. I did think I actually saw a bit of chitter chatter in the boys about how good a fight they had. Oh, I got I got the Trackmaster Alpine, mate. So I can put it in GT mode and F1 mode. I'll probably just stay in F1 mode most of the time. But yeah,
I'm surprised you can get up from a lane position like that. I would have thought.
It's going to be. Oh, it's going to be super, super awesome, man. It is great. I love it. It's just a matter of where I'm going to put it. I've set it up in a garage for now, but the garage is too hot, so we'll see what happens. But look, back to the race, because I can chinwag about my crap all night. Scotty West and Andrew Rushworth. Rushy's got right on the back of Scotty at the moment, and Cowan's got in there as well and having a bit of a look with Jake Edwards. I think Jake's got a new livery in there. I think that must be his Sandown livery.
It might be. I think Jaden's. I think that red Simrig's livery is their Sandown livery. I think that's why Jaden has it on his car.
Yeah.
But there are a couple of boys who've been running their retros. Of course, Fitzy's got his retro PER colours on his car. Remember when they had white on the car at the start of 2024, Sinker? Oh, that was a long while ago.
Oh, look at Levon go. Levon's got him. Oh, his front end was all over the place into that corner, but he just held it nicely.
You know what?
I like the new additions of colours I put on the Levon's car just to break it up a little bit because the yellow was too yellow.
I was going to say, is that the Sandown livery? Because it looks like a combination of Jamie's and Brandon's.
Well, that was the area where it just went from white to yellow, and it really looked out of place. So I added a yellow line for him. He's had it for the last 2 weeks, but yeah, super sexy, and he's driving better since he's had it too. Have a look at these boys, though. Everyone, they've got these engines screaming in my ears. It's sensational, isn't it? I tell you what, I hope the sound of the V8 of the Gen 3 is just a little bit more throatier.
They've recorded it off of a DJR car and Heimgartner's car, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, did you see that too wide there with PR and the SRW, they got through it nicely, though. No incidents yet. This has been pretty good. We're at the lap 10 and no incidents out of halfway through, which is really good to see.
Well, good old Erkowitz's Furniture has set himself a dinner plate and he's set the table. He's trying to run away from round 11 at this stage, but he's hoping to pull the tablecloth out from under him here and take back the lead of this race. Sean Rigby, I believe, has had an incident, but he has just disappeared off my screen, so I can't have a look at it, unfortunately. But the
Yeah, I
top
don't
six,
know why it's done that, hey?
I don't know.
When you
It's
save a
weird.
replay, it should save everyone, huh?
If you're drawing all cars, it should. And my replay settings are set to draw all cars, because normally I do bets on a replay and it has all the cars. So
Bloody
it's weird.
evening, mate.
Very weird that it happens. Jamie Davis is currently on the comeback in this race. He's up 16 spots into P13 at this stage. And this is important because he needs to try and make ground on Angus Lawford, who leads the championship at this point. If Lawford has a strong run here tonight in race 1, and then if we see race 2, well, he could be on here to set himself up for a championship win on Tuesday night, Sinker. It's all in his hands, though. He has to keep it clean, but he has arguably been driver of the season thus far, although Levin's been up there too. He's definitely in contention for that. Davis has had an incredible season as well. Gave him his flowers on Wednesday.
This is last season on a Tuesday night. Next season, he's focusing on Sunday night with Brandon. They're going to be teaming up together next season for the Sunday nights. So it's all fights all the way go. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see how they go.
Well, we can see Levin is trying to put pressure on Urquhart here at the front of the field as they run around.
Taylor's having a go at Jacob Trainer. I'm going to switch that down the bottom there, mate, because we do like a bit of the Tasmanian here and there.
Taylor's been having an up and down season, but it seems that he's just not gelling that well with.
He's dropped out on the thing. Can't pick it up. That's weird.
He has too.
Yeah.
Good old replay files. Absolutely love it when they don't decide they want to work properly.
That sucks.
He must have known you were going to look at him and he decided to nudie run himself on the road, but by that he made himself invisible.
Yeah. he put the fuzzy image over the top of himself.
Yeah, the old soft focus. Levin, though, putting all sorts of pressure on the back of Blake Urquhart. He is mounting an extraordinary effort to lead this field around. This will be Blake's first win in SRW if he can pull this off here in the Tuesday Night Supercars Series. Levin, he's had a couple of wins this season. He'll hope to make it another one. Fitzpatrick took his first only so recently. So all three of them, well, apart from Urquhart, sorry, Levin and Fitzpatrick former winners. Lawford's a former winner. Parker's a former winner. Dooley's a former winner as well. So Urquhart's in good company at the moment, but he has to work to try and get this thing done.
I just managed to read that before he deleted it, JP.
Yeah.
He had a crash or something. He was beating him by 1 point. We've got 15 people out there. Please like, subscribe. Let us know who you're following tonight. And if we can get him on the screen, we will. And please hit that like and notification button.
I've just noticed when I copy Tuesday's stream, it put copy at the end of the title, so I have to edit that after the show. Good to know that does that.
Oh, look at that. I can't come around that corner sideways.
And
What a way to go.
He's now trying to back his teammate up, putting pressure on Levin. Levin would only be gaining 4 points over Lawford at this stage. Urquhart's just dropped off our screens, but he returns. 4 minutes left to run. He just has to survive at the front of the field to take his first heat race win. If he wants to get counted in the record books, though, he needs a feature win as well, but this would still count as a race win for him. JP's cheering himself on.
I just wondered if JP's going to change if there's any rumours in him signing up for Carling Motorsports.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah, I saw that the other day. He copped a bit of kit as there's a bit of door banging happening between Fitzy and Levin.
There we go.
Door bangs him out of the way down the straight. Levin, will he have to concede at the right-hander? Or is he going to try and hang it round the outside of Fitzpatrick here? Battles on for P2.
Nice place given, well done.
Fitzy's trying to cover for his teammate Urquhart in P1. Levin's trying to keep.
Like Levin's got the nose just a little bit further ahead, but he's got a poor exit.
Watch Lawford as well. He's right there to pounce if there's anything that happens. Then Parker's in there as well. This is all of a sudden gone from a P1, P2 battle between Levin and Urquhart to a P2 all the way back to P5 battle with Fitzy, Levin, Lawford and Parker all involved.
Great bit of work there, great bit of work. I tell you what, nice space given everywhere there. The boys could have ended up very sour there. Urky's signal was pretty weak on Tuesday night. He keeps popping in and out. Lucky he's got a bit of a gap there, eh?
And he's got just the slightest of gaps. Top 10 are separated by barely a whisker. Biggest gap inside the top 10 is 2 seconds. That's between Quash and Green. Everyone else is separated by less than a second at this stage. It would be Scotty Weston P1.
Ooh. Michael Quash, Scotty Weston on the front row at the moment. That's going to be interesting.
Very interesting. 2 minutes left to run in this race. Should be 2 more laps to go. So Urquhart with his teammate backing him up.
Really getting that rear end out, isn't he?
He's trying to push hard to build the gap. 2 laps left. Urquhart just has to survive. Has to hit his marks. Keep himself cool and calm under pressure. We had a good chat a couple of weeks ago about what maybe he could do to try and improve on track or just get that racecraft down, and he's definitely been working on it, Sinker, because it's paying off for him right now. It's paid off for him the week before as well. He had 2 top 10 shootout worthy lap times. One of them he didn't make because of an impeding in qualifying time. The one he did make was the Sunday Supercars top 10 shootout. Now, he didn't get a lap in that session, but to make the shootout alone was an incredible effort from him. Levin shoves it up the inside at turn 5, almost doors Fitzpatrick out of the way, gets himself back up into P2, and now looks to chase down the fast and improving Blake Urquhart at the front of the field. As the battle for the lead's going to be on, and it's going to be on for the final lap of race number 1.
The battles are everywhere at the moment. Jakey Edwards, Cowan are having a great little battle there with Noble and Clutterbuck, Brett Taylor across the back of the field. I'll see if I can get that going.
Final lap, white flag being flown by Barney as they come round turn number 1 for the final time in race 1 here. Levin, does he have enough left in his locker to chase down Blake Urquhart? There's 0.6 of a second between them. There's not much more they could do at this stage. Doddsy giving himself some plaudits, saying he had a good crew chief with him. Were you pulling your faces at the time, Doddsy? Like making sure you're on stream as well?
Yeah, a toothpick in his mouth like Clint Eastwood. If you don't know who Clint Eastwood is, mate, have a look. He's one of the all-time greats, an absolute living legend.
I've seen Gran Torino.
That's a great movie, but not one of his best.
Not one of his
He's
best, but
an
it's a great
absolute massive fan of Clint Eastwood. Even in his old days, mate, he's still a legend.
Down the Andretti straight they come for the final time in race 1. Urquhart took the lead early. He's tried to hold on to it the whole way round. He's kept it clean. We've had no safety cars. Through in towards the final couple of corners. Levin does not appear to be close enough at this stage to mount an assault on him. Just has to keep it on the tarmac. And in towards the final corner. Blake Urquhart of Pacific Esports Racing is going to come around, and he's going to cross the line for the first time in SRW as a race winner. In race number 1, Levin and Fitzpatrick for the top 3. Parker into the top 4. Lawford, Dooley, top 6. Bush wins it for the Ams in race 1. Green, Quash and Jamie Davis finds himself P10 on the road and in provisional pole position for race number 2.
Ooh, Davis and Quashi on the front row, followed by Jaden Green and Bush. Then Dooley and Lawford, followed by Parker and Fitzpatrick. Brandon Levine and Urquhart on the 5th row. Oh, this is going to be interesting.
It's going to be incredibly interesting.
Probably not a good spot for a burnout at the moment, Urky.
Probably not.
I'm just wondering if I just go into my SD card, into my thing, and see if I can activate all field, or whether it'll change it or not.
I'm just going to have a look at my replay settings right now just to make sure that it is actually set to draw all cars, which it should be. So let me just double check.
And that is under options.
It's under replay.
Replay.
Yeah, mine's draw all cars, draw all pits, so it should be drawing everyone at the moment.
Enable.
And it's set to max frame rate, so we should be good. So yeah, mine should be fine. I don't know why it's making us.
It's probably taking it off mine, mate, because mine was sitting about halfway.
It would have been, so it would have cut us off at some or it would have cut yours off for whatever reason, depending on how many cars you actually draw during the race or not. But no, it was a good race 1 win for Urki. His first win in SRW. He did well. I'm sure that'll boost sales for Urkowicz's furniture this week. He would have hated that he missed out on the opportunity for. He would have hated that he missed out on the opportunity for advertisement on Tuesday because of that one. But you get it now. You get it when you can take it.
I can't see where it says draw all cars. I've just got that bit. I've gone to the advanced section. Oh, let's see what it does.
Yeah, look at yours.
Some controls are required to drive, not assigned.
Yeah, okay. So where it says draw all cars is the bottom right or the bottom left option on your replay settings. But if the replay file hasn't drawn all cars, then there's nothing.
Yeah, then it won't be there anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. As they say, forget about it. No one's yelling at me at the house yet, so I mustn't have woken up anyone at the moment.
I don't think you have. I think you've done well. We have got warm-up session to come your way. And it's kind of the long wait of, is race 2 on here or not? That's what we're...
Oh, yes, it is, mate. Of course it is, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's all right then. That's
yeah,
all
the whole thing. I walked back an hour later after the race was done and it was still there.
Oh, very good. Oh, it's a great-looking car, Banksy. I'm loving the throwback of the white car. I was saying, though, that some of those PR drivers formerly of Century Motorsports, maybe they should have run the Century colours with some PR sponsorships on them for the Vets final round. That would have been pretty good.
Well, looks like James Parfitt's on the track.
Is he? He's not on track for me.
Oh, he's on mine.
Jacob Trainor's on track for me. Apparently, we just have half the grid on each one. That's because you're reversing back through the race.
No, I'm just reversing back to the start so the viewers so we can link it all together properly. Yeah. But I got Parfit as the car to watch for this start.
See, this is where you never really get what you want. He wanted us to watch him in race 1. We did not have the ability to. We did not have the facilities for that. Race 2 we do, and it's the race that he doesn't want us to watch him in. So, go figure.
Oh, isn't that just awesome?
It's phenomenal. Don't forget as well, if you haven't already, be sure to hit the like, subscribe, and the bell icon as well. One more race to come your way here tonight. 40-minute feature. Don't think they'll... Oh, no, there will be a pit stop. There'll be one pit stop in that race because of their fuel. So it'll be... it will be a phenomenal effort from these drivers. Do we get a safety car thing? We didn't get it in race number 1.
Yeah, I just had a sneaky bit at the start just to rewind it back so we can have a look. And, oh, it looked like there was some sideways there about 4th and 5th. Yeah, let's go back to the beginning.
Yeah, let's just rewind.
Yeah. Well, thank you all for joining us on a Saturday night. It's what is it? It's 9:19.
Yep.
20 past. I'm not sure if is there F1 on tonight, mate? There should be.
The qualifying should be on for.
Yeah, so I'll get in there and watch some of that after this, and hopefully everyone is. We've got everyone prepared for it.
It's weird to know that next weekend is Lewis Hamilton's final race for Mercedes. Now, I'm not a fan of Lewis Hamilton, mind you, but it's weird. Like this, the next weekend is the last time that he, arguably in his career, will probably race a Mercedes-powered car in Formula 1, which he's only ever raced in Mercedes.
There's a lot of gossip going out there at the moment in the F1 world. Audi are crying poor. It sounds like they've spent way past their budget, and they might not even make the 26th grid. Andretti sounds like he's got the nod and all the gospel going on there.
As Cadillac as well, apparently, for 2026, which would be pretty cool.
Yeah, but that's still got to go through the teams as well. That's only the F1 ticked their initial approval. It's got to go through. Sorry, that's FIA has given them the tick, not F1 just yet. That's still got a fair bit to go through.
Race tonight at 1 a.m. for F1. Is it a sprint round? Because it would only make sense for it to be on at 1 a.m. tonight if it was a sprint round, because it's technically still Saturday in Qatar.
I don't know. I haven't looked at the layout or anything.
Not sure.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to have to reload
If that's the
SDK.
case, it should have been a sprint. It sounds like you're polishing mobility.
I'm going to have to reload SDK. Oh, do I? No, it's fixed itself. That's fine.
No, you should be right.
Yeah,
Should be right. Should be right. The feature is just about to start. We have got... What's it say up on the scoreboard there, mate? Does it tell us how long the feature is for? 40 minutes.
40
it
minutes
does.
as normal.
40 minutes, roughly 35 laps.
Yep.
Inverted top 10. It was on a Tuesday night. And here's Brandon. No, this is not right. He's not starting.
It hasn't done the grid properly because of the second race. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Pretty much,
okay.
it's a reverse top 10 of how they finished in race number 1. What we'll do is we'll just quickly bring up the results of race 1, and we'll run through who the reverse top 10 are. So, Blake O'Cardle started at P10 alongside Brandon Levitt in P9. Blake Fitzpatrick, Matty Parker on the 4th row of the grid. Angus Lawford, Troy Dooley will start just ahead of him. Jeremy Bush, Jaden Green, and then Michael Quash and Jamie Davis will start on the front row of the grid. Everyone else will start how they finished in the race. So it's only the top 10 who have been inverted for race number 2. Where is Mr. Davis? I'm waiting for him to actually jump to grid so I can look at him. I don't think he is just yet. That's fine. But Quashi's on there. So is Mr. Green at this stage. We actually have got James Parfitt on track. We can watch him.
Yes, we do, mate. There he is at the back. Woo, Parfitt.
Now, how would you feel, Sinker, how would you feel if we've traded? I was about to say if we've traded James Parfitt to have him on screen instead of Jamie at the front of the field.
I'll put Parfitt on the back on the second screen if you want. That's all good, mate.
No, I'm saying because it wasn't drawing all the cars. If
he's going no.
So race 1 just didn't happen for JP. He decided to show up late for race 2, so he never had a battle with Dye in race 1.
That's a good team boss right there. Free nights accommodation. Woohoo!
That's a great selling point to join PER. You get a free nights accommodation at Lake Edge Holiday Units.
And basically, I did mention that you are putting up something for the Sandown as well. So thank you for supporting the event. It's going to be an absolute killer event. Good way to finish off the year. Anyone else who wants to get out there, and please, anyone who wants to be a sponsor for 2025, get back to me because it's been an lean sponsor year, and when that happens, it comes out of the Sinkovic family pocket, and we would love to have some new people on board for next season.
Steph,
yell out to friends, family.
Steph, we can't redo race 1 because race 1 didn't draw all the cars. No matter what we do, it will not draw all the cars.
No, it won't. I don't know if this one will either. There might be other people missing this time around. We'll see what happens. But anyway, are we gridding it or what's going on? How long was this?
Another lengthy grid for race 2.
Yeah, they must have been unpacking some stuff, or maybe race control fell asleep between the pits. Or have you got it on pause, Hamish?
It's coming up now. The lights are up now, Sinker. So race 2 about to get underway. 40 minutes of Mosport. 20 minutes we kept it clean. Can they do it for another 40 as we get off the line for race number 2? Reverse top 10 of race number 1. There's already been contact at turn 1. Quashi got sideways through there after some contact with Bush. There seems to be stuff brewing here already, Sinker, and they feel a lot more ferocious and feisty than they did through race number 1, as Levin was already alongside Bush. Somehow they've kept it clean. But you have a feeling that we may be only a few laps away from a safety car as someone's just run it way wide. That was Michael Quash.
Quashi's out there doing some mowing.
He's come back on track. somehow he's still in it. Oh, wouldn't you know it, James Parfitt? I know, I was about to say he's disappeared, but he's still there. maybe it's a distance thing, Sinker. Maybe your distance, like, from cars is turned down or something when you actually pull.
Oh, it might have been, yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I think you're probably right, because when I drive in the with the Oculus, I have it turned down like that, so maybe that's what it was. But I've boosted it all up now, so hopefully the whole field stays there.
No, that's okay. So we figured out that issue. The reason for race 1 missing half the cars is they were too far away from whoever Sinker was focusing on when he recorded the race. That's fine. But Davis at the moment, lead on the road. Green P2, Dooley and Parker inside the top 4. Levitt inside the top 5 as well. Then there's Lawford who's putting the pressure on him. Championship leader up the inside, trying to get the job done. Gets squeezed. Oh, he somehow survives.
Yes, my setting was on most exciting, so that's probably why I didn't have Puffin on it.
Oh, you call me a stirrer.
I'll tell you what, Fitzy's on the prowl there, mate. Just see him take that inside line on Lawford. Then he's finding himself behind Levin now, but Lawford's coming back across him, and they've got 2 by 2. Nice. Oh, in the back there with Bush. Who's that beside him? Is that
winner of race 1?
Oh, Bush come through nicely there. He's been very quiet the last few weeks. Has he been away?
No, he raced last week. He just didn't have very good pace. So I think we've just figured out the secret of Urquhart here. Urquhart's furniture does well whilst it's on top. As soon as it starts to drop down the order, it just struggles in the pack, it seems. But maybe Blake can give us more insight in the chat.
Hey, JP, probably not, mate, because I couldn't handle if it was that hairy, mate.
I don't know how JP is going to go on Tuesday at Sandown. That'll be interesting.
Oh, yeah. Look at this. Look at this.
At our home track as Edwards inside of Rushworth.
Nice working.
Still side by
side. I like
side.
Rushy's BMW inspired car there.
No, it's not BMW Sinker. It's a GRM inspired car.
In my mind it is.
It's GRM. Bush is
being a BMW fan, man, it always will be. Going to be a cracker Sandown. I can't wait. Yeah, it's going to be 2 days. It's going to be epic. It's going to be absolute fun. I can't wait to give away the stuff and just have a bit of fun with everyone. And yeah, what a way to finish off the year.
Oh, Jaden Green has gone off at turn 5 once again. Single. We saw him do that in race 1.
Yeah.
So it appears the drivers who have disappeared once again is Michael Klaas, James Parfitt, Di Feldman, Josh King, Kurt Donaldson, and then down. So, unfortunately, we've only got the top 20 cars on track. But if we get a safety car, everyone should push back together again, which should actually draw the rest of the cars on the screen for us.
Tell you what, Jamie's really spread his wings in this race, hasn't he?
He has. He's really started to push away, which he needs to do because he needs to try and build gap over Angus Lawford to get the points over him at this point, Sinker. I mean, Lawford comes into this round leader of the championship. He cannot give anything up as Andrew Cowan just had a moment, but we can't see it, unfortunately, at this stage. But yeah, leading the championship at this moment in time, or leading into this round, was Lawford by 26 points after drop rounds. He extended that gap in race 1. What was it, P10 to P4, so what's that, 6 positions, 12 points, so 38 points would have been the difference outside of drops.
Yeah, yep.
So Davis was leading before drop rounds, but he's actually lost the lead due to the drop rounds, Sinker, unfortunately for Davis. So
yeah, because probably had a few bad ones.
Dodsy, the 500 is not going to be an official retro round, but we're open to people running retros at Sandown. We're not going to ostracize people. If you
want to get a retro livery out there, you can do that. And don't know, maybe I'll feel really nice tonight and give away a prize for the best retro livery.
Some of us couldn't do that when we're having a driver from outside the team driving for you, and then you make a deal to say you'll have the sponsors of that team on your car. So it's the fairest way was run our livery with their sponsors on it for that car. But I'm excited for that combo, Randall and Robinson working together for the 500. There are a couple other great partnerships out there. The one I'm looking forward to probably is actually Warboys and Stone Street. I think they're going to be very dangerous. Lawford and Green as well. They're going to be some fighters. Levin and Davis, if they can keep it clean.
Yeah, they as well. Yeah,
Yep, they're going to be dangerous. So
it's some really Connor Nixon and
Nixon. I mean, we've got Nixon in a partnership. We've got Rattray White in a partnership. Houghton in a partnership as well. A lot of the Accelerate Sim Racing drivers are driving too. There's going to be some very, very strong combos out there. But you got to remember as well, it's 500 Ks at Sandown. In a regular round at Sandown, anyone who's a favourite can get taken out. You suddenly make 161 laps and 3 hours long. It's anyone's game. Realistically, it's maybe not everyone in the field.
Goes, if Jamie pulls too much of a lap, we're going to lose all the cars.
Yep, I agree with you on that one, Rushy.
I think
this was your
Warren
plan all
Brown will be
along,
happy.
wasn't it? That was your plan all along, wasn't it, Sinker? So,
Warren Brown still to be happy. You know, they're getting their money's worth. And look, you know, they've come out to sponsor the event as well, the Big Sandown 500. So we had a bit of a chinwag about it during the week, and they said, yep, let's do it. We'll put our name on that, and covered all expenses for the weekend, so it doesn't come out of Sinker's pocket, and the guys get to have a ball.
see as well, Matty Parker's running well P2 at this stage, Sinker. Scotty Gamble in the chat, my rig's still not plugged in since last Thursday week, enjoying the break. Otherwise, would have done Sandown. It's unfortunate to have you out there, Mr. Gamble. Hopefully we can have you out there in the next one. Love to see you and Mr. McNamara. Mate, I'd love to see him and Mr. McNamara join up partnership for an enduro round of supercars with us here. I've seen the concepts for 9.5 Sinker. They're pretty sexy.
Yeah.
They're pretty sexy.
Well,
They look good.
This Sandown 500 is special in a lot of ways for us because it's to show the drivers out there that we can put on a good show as well. So we've had the issues of putting on enduros before because the calendars just wouldn't line up properly for us, so we didn't do them. But this time round, the calendar's lined up, the drivers are out there. You know, there's 37, 38 cars. It's going to be spectacular. The boys are going to love it. The viewers are going to love it, and we'll do it again next year.
I'm gonna put forward a prospect right now, and I'd love to hear the drivers' perspective as well. We'll put a poll out too in the Discord.
Your polls.
Yeah, I love putting out a poll.
You put out more polls than bloody gentlemen's clubs.
They like to call me Spearmint Rhino. Thank you very much. That is my new nickname. But no, I would love to run.
Rhino.
I would love for us to run a Phillip Island 500.
What's in my baby oil?
Can't get over it, can you? I would love for us to run at the end of season 1 a Phillip Island 500. And that'd be pretty special. It's a part of the officials next season. I think Phillip Island 500, first Gen 3 Enduro, would be a pretty special place to get some.
Phillip Island?
Yeah.
I find Phillip Island boring, mate.
You're not racing it, so it doesn't matter.
No, just as a spectacle as well. I don't know. There's something about the track just
I need
doesn't...
to show you the GT4 race that I called at Phillip Island, and you will change your tune.
Yeah, I don't know. There's something about it. It just doesn't do it for me. He loves his poles, doesn't he, Erky? I can just see him. He'd be like Jack Black on a stripper's pole. Oops, there goes my keyboard. Oh, thank God it's Saturday night and it's after 9:30.
Welcome to Late Night on SRW TV. If you ever wanted an SRW podcast, it's the only time we'd ever be able to do it. Dodzy would have a huge yes for a Phillip Island 500. He agrees. Would you rather do it at Chicago, Sinker?
Oh, yeah. Long Beach. I still love to do a. I told you I still love to do a Nordschleifer one day. That would be pretty cool.
If you say Phillip Island is boring, and then you mention the Nordschleifer, which
the Nordschleifer is boring, man.
Yeah, I'm nothing like it's great. The Nordschleifer, like Lamar, great to drive, bad to watch. Yeah. But Mosport, perfect combo. Great to drive, great to watch. And there's been some great battling happening all throughout this race. We're already 10 minutes into it. Hey, Leakey with an Oran Park 500. You want no overtakes, Leakey? That's the race we'll run.
not. Please don't tell me that I get a 2 on the podium tonight. Because I got Davis up front, looking pretty good. But Brent Levin's coming up there as well with Matty Parker, which is a great little battle at the moment. Two real good drivers.
From insider comments from Matty Parker after Tuesday, seeing Levin near him, I'm worried.
No, his incidents happened elsewhere in the park.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, in saying that, you made too much of a mention, Sinker. Jacob Traynor was on the road and his wheels were spinning like all heck. Not sure what's happened to him.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, that was weird. That was probably more issues with the.
Possibly. You need to resize your share screen, by the way. It is
Oh,
not
sorry,
fitting
mate.
properly.
That was when I dropped the keyboard before.
So you say new tracks and new build might be good. I'm still yet to hear confirmation of Pukekohe, which is interesting that they're not. If they haven't announced it, why they wouldn't be bringing it out with Gen 3.
Mate, I'm telling you right now.
Davis is in.
Davis is in the pits.
Yep, Parker.
I'm looking forward to the bend to come out, mate, because that's going to have so many different layouts to choose from. It's going to be such a special track for all our series.
2 different races at the bend on two completely different sides of the track.
Yeah, well, I don't know if iRacing let you do that at the same time, but
you just have 2 separate sessions.
In the M's, Sinker leading the M's on this track at the moment. He is too, mate. Whoa. Are you telling me it was a big Team SRW night and probably the biggest one we had all year and we didn't broadcast it?
When Adelaide Street Circuit's released, that'd be awesome for a 500. It would. Okay, so it was Traynor who caused the safety car. I believe he's just been allowed to tow back to pits.
Yep.
So everyone has come in for a stop. We'll see if we've actually figured out the issue and everyone loads back in.
So who has come in and who has gone out?
So let's have a look.
Let's have a look at it.
So the top 19 cars have definitely all pit. I'm not sure about Dye, Kurt, Sheafy, Traynor, because obviously they've all been in the land of unknown for this race. Newens has stayed out and he's actually ahead of the whole field. So this is an issue now, Sinker, because he's out ahead of the whole field. He's actually about to gain a lap on the whole field when he comes around. That might have been a mistake from race control if Leakey can let us know of anything, because...
they're talking about it at the moment in the background.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Look at that. The cars do look good, though. I'll tell you what. Can't believe we've got one more round to go. The next weekend is the big Sandown. Whew.
Yeah, if you think I'm ready for a nap now, just wait till after the 500. All of December, sleep.
Well, I've got a boys' night on Saturday night too, catching up with school buddies. So that's going to be interesting to see how I pull up from that.
I'm surprised they've been allowed out of the nursing home that late.
I think the missus might be going home to Rochester to visit the family. She hasn't been there for a bit, so I don't know if she's still planning on doing that, but it's going to be a very busy weekend for me, I'll tell you right now.
Rochester as in Australia or in the US?
In Australia, mate. Rochester, Echuca, Elmore, down that part of town.
Yeah. He passed safety car as Leakey entered track. Okay, I see the issue now. It appears that Newens has filtered back in possibly.
Yep, he's just being told by race control to pull into the pits till he's told to go. I just heard Leakey call pit exit closed. Very good proficiency there, Mr. Leak. Good to hear.
Well, we're 15 minutes into this race, Sinker. We've got 25 minutes to go. Everyone's taken a pit stop. Do you think they can make it home from here?
Yeah, they would, yeah. Yeah, they'll make it home from here. It's less than half an hour.
Yeah, true, actually.
Yeah, less than 30 minutes.
No,
so you can get a sports drink and a Panadol, have them before bed, no hangover. Oh man, it's been a while since I've had hangover. I don't know. As you get older, the horizontal spread helps you with that sort of stuff. It's more of it to absorb the alcohol with.
Well, I would also say as well, something you can eat before you actually go to bed, a banana and honey sandwich as well. Heap of antioxidants.
Oh no, mate. We're going straight to the doner kebab, mate.
Well, that's for the way home. I'm talking like right before bed.
Yeah, nice hummus, double meat, no tomatoes, onions, and lettuce.
I don't employ the sports drink of Panadol. I employ the tactical munt. That's what I employ. No hangover guaranteed. You feel like dirt, but you feel good waking up.
Yeah. Looking good out there. Looking good. The moment we've got top 10 sitting, everyone has pitted. Newlands has been sent around the back to get back to where he belongs on the timing tower. So we've got Jamie Davis, Matty Parker, Brandon Levin, Troy Dooley, Blake Fitzpatrick, Blake Urquhart, Angus Lawford, Jake Edwards, Mitch Noble, and Scott Weston.
Hey,
So someone's been told to pull over the side of the road and wait. I don't know who it was.
I'm not sure. Dodsy's trying to light a fire under you on our sinker, because we're both in agreement. Why do you think Phillip Island is boring? Because apparently you just haven't watched enough races there to think it's boring. Is this like when you thought Mugello and Portimao were going to be boring, and then they were absolute barn burners, and you were proven wrong?
Look, mate, I just personally find them boring. Simple as that. No arguments at all. 24 people watching tonight. Well done. Thank you all for joining us. Please like, subscribe, and give us a thumbs up, and let us know who in the 20 out of 30 drivers you'd like to see.
Well, I was going to get who out of the 19 of the 30 drivers would you like to see, not including the safety car, Mr. Greg Lee.
All right. So I think someone's being told off to go into the pits. Do not exit till you are told for coming out in the wrong order.
Was it Shane, maybe, when he came?
I don't know.
Not sure. Full confusion at this point. Full confusion. It's basically watch the action at Mosport, wait for something to happen, or wait to figure out what's happening, and in between time chat about the Sandown 500 next weekend, which is going to be a massive event. All starting in the morning on Saturday. Qualifying race 1 will be, what time? I think it's what, 11 a.m. is race 1 for the qualifying?
Yeah.
Yep, 11 a.m. and then
I don't have it open in front of me. It's on our socials.
I think
Go to our socials.
about 11:30, the GR86 support category race, and then midday will be the race 2 for qualifying. That'll be the main drivers, and then directly preceding that will be the top 10 shootout. There will then be about a half an hour break from broadcasting, and then we'll be back on for the final round of the Sunday night Supercars. That Saturday afternoon at, I believe, around about 2 to 2:30 will be the start time. We've got to really just solidify all those minor details. And then Sunday, we go racing at 1 p.m. We'll go live, 3 hours, 500 Ks around Sandown. But knowing at how some of our drivers race Sinker, we might be there for about 4 or 5 hours, thinking about how many safety cars
we're estimating about 3 to 3.5 hours with safety cars and stuff like that. So we'll see how we go. It looks like well, it is going to happen. The safety car is going to go in this lap. So we've still got Davis Park 11, top 3, getting ready to rock and roll. Cars are looking spectacular for their second last race of the season.
Dodsy's trying to pinhole himself in on the Sandown 500
Is he?
I'll have a quick chat to him. Mr. Stinkface Harry Dodds, I hope right now you are pulling the stinkiest of faces knowing that you are on the broadcast right now. We caught you in 4K literally on Sunday night. First of all, thought process, do you just want to try and look tough while you're racing, or what?
No, I'm telling you, that's just me in a nutshell. I've always pull faces at myself all the time when I'm racing. Not to make me look tough, really, but it's just how I look every day. Yeah, that's about it.
That's all right, mate. We just love you. That's why we like tease you a bit and give it to you. Yeah, plenty of screen trumps. That's good. I'm sure it's probably doing better for you than Tinder is. Oh, the boys have gone live. They're racing. Davis has gone straight away.
He has indeed. Dodsy, I've got to ask you, you a big Cobra Kai fan, pulling all those sorts of little tough faces as well?
Well, I do.
Ralph
Well, I
Mitchell
do.
doing Coldplay.
Well, I do self-teach myself martial arts in real life, so that would explain a part of it.
Oh,
But,
look at his
yeah,
fight down here, boys. Quick. Parker and Levin have changed places twice there.
That's tight. That was tight.
Levin somehow pulled it off. Here comes Parker outside of turn 5. Cannot quite get the line there. It's quite audacious trying to get it done the outside there, Dodsy. It's almost impossible to get an outside run through those 2 corners just because of how much the car slows and it wants to wiggle through those sorts of corners.
100%. And like, look at Dooley going on the outside here. Like the Fitzy's tucking it. You can see Fitzy tucking it on the inside there. That is
Oh, get on for a fiesta, boys. It's going to get feisty pretty quickly. We know that Parker can be a little bit hot-headed at times. I know Fitzy can as well.
Oh, look at that. Well done from Fitzy and Erk coming through there. Like, can't hold around the outside of Troy Dooley going to the final 2 corners.
Look at this. Oh. Nice work there. Nice work there. The boys at PR are doing some great work on Tuesday nights, mate.
Yeah, well, no, look, we've had a strong season on the Tuesday nights, and yeah, look, it's good to see Fitzy and Urquhart up there fighting. Hopefully Fitzy's still on the hunt, going to Sandown next Tuesday, and he can grab a win, hopefully snake the title away from Morford next week.
Well, nice. I need to check, is Fitzy even close enough in the standings, actually?
Yeah, well, looks like he's at the end of it.
No, he's not.
Oh, we got a tower.
Fitzy.
Oh,
no, he's P4, sorry, he's P4, but there is 63 points after drop rounds between them, so that's pretty insurmountable. It's possible. He would need Warford to have an absolute screw up of a race.
Absolutely shocking, yeah. So, obviously I jumped into the combo shelves here to cover
These guys are going to start talking about what they're doing tomorrow night in a minute, and I'm watching the race.
Yeah, obviously Chingway are going to catch up with you boys, but also to preview the 500s entry list who I'd say would be the top 5 at the end of it. My predictions, like obviously you've got, like as you guys previewed before, with all the lists and entries that got come through, you got guys like from Vermilion, you've got WKP Sim Sports, you've got the Fast Boys from other leagues coming in.
Drop Bear's in there.
Yeah, Drop Bear. You got some boys from the Vets boys that you commentated Hamish. So yeah, there's a few good
weapons out there, isn't there?
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot.
I've actually posted the list in Facebook. So if you're out there, look at the postings we did yesterday, and you'll see the full list of all the drivers out there and yourself. Otherwise he would have got some rear end.
You got the washout there through 5.
Yeah, there's an off.
Well, I think for the 500, personally for me, the favourite for me at the moment is probably War Boys and Stone Street. They've both been on absolute fire. It's very rare that either of them have made a mistake this season. I know the Vermilion boys have got some pace in them, but you know, they're also not on the best track record in SRW in terms of being able to keep their race clean necessarily. And that's not a dig at them at all. That's just looking at the history of things. I just think personally, War Boys and Stone Sheets have a very, very strong combination. Very hard to beat combination as well. They're both at pace. They're going to be so tough to beat.
The Phoenix boys out there.
Yeah, but I don't think any of them have signed up, unfortunately.
No.
No, I think Rehan and Laz, I think they're saving their skins for the Gen 3 cars when they come out. I think it's what I'm up there for the moment. Not entirely sure on that one. But yeah, so you say obviously WK and Sim Sports are probably the favourites. I'd 50-50 that one, because you look at the combo there of Ratro White and Jacob O'Reilly.
Yeah.
Look back at the Scops Enduros that happened. They were right in contention there with James Scott, Jared Purcell, and so forth. These guys are, I'd say they're well on the money. They've had a double the mileage of anyone, I'd say, on this list of entries at the moment. So if I had to pick a winner, it would be the 227 outfit, followed by the WKP Sim Sport boys and the O2 of Con Dixon and Sam Blacklock from the podiums. The dark horse would be the 152 of Lawford and Jaden Green.
Yeah, I don't even think they're a dark horse. I think they make the podium.
You reckon
I
they'd
think they
beat
make the
Conor
podium.
Nixon? You reckon they'd beat Conor Nixon and Sam Blackwell? You're all right.
No, I think any of them are capable. I think WKMP will win. I think Project 36 will make the podium.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're just
super
quite consistent.
They're super consistent. They stay out of trouble. Again, it's nothing against any of the other drivers. Going off of consistency and keeping it clean this season, the stats we have, they are one of the cleanest combinations in the whole field. You know, nothing against Jamie and Brandon. They're very, very good drivers, but they've been known across 2024, Jamie, across all of 2024, Brandon this season, they haven't been keeping it as consistent as other combinations. I think they can get top 10 for sure for Team SLW. I don't think they're going to win personally, but I think they'll still be very, very strong. There's many strong combinations out there, though.
Are you talking about the Jamie Dennis, Brendan Levin combo?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I definitely rate those guys as a big contender for that one too. The Blackout OPR car, I did the NZ CNM 500, the Sim Blacks one, and Jake Edwards was really good with Stephen Ricard. Obviously, he's paired with a different teammate now for Jake. They'll be quick too. They've also got the Master Fuel Savers at Fishy Motorsports in the Father Song combo Cinco.
Oh, that's going to be interesting. I forgot about those two. Delaney's.
Yeah. You know very well in Vets Cinco. Hamish, sorry. I don't know if you've seen. I'm sure Hamish would have seen a few of the Vets split one broadcast. That Blake is a master fuel saver.
He is. We've seen
where
it
you
on
been,
Sundays.
Mr. Vigor? He's in chat. Where have you been, buddy? Miss you out on track.
Hope that's not a commentator's curse. I do not give curses. It just naturally occurs when I say things.
Nixon doesn't do more than 20 laps.
So I will give you a genuine dark horse for a top 5 in the race. It'll be Stacey Boyd.
Do you reckon viewers might want to hear us commentate this race?
Quite possibly. But we've also got Parker battling it out with Fitzy at this stage. We've got 12 minutes to go. There's not much longer in this race to happen. Davis has pulled out a 3.5 second lead over Matty Parker. So the battle for P2 is on. A bit further back, there is some closer battles happening. We mentioned Lawford. He's racing in the 500. Weston's racing in the 500 with Brett Taylor.
Oh, no wonder Puffer didn't want us to show this bit. You got to drive through penalty. I think I did hear something about him not holding his brakes.
Luckily for him, he has crashed. Well, he's not on screen at this stage, I should say. The one combo just in the 500 that I'm worried about. Not worried about, but may you could overlook them, or it could go either way. It's 50-50. It's Teo Serrano and Ben Faulkner. They can go either way. It's really going to be dependent on if they stay out of trouble or not. But
yeah, I agree. Like having seen, I've raced I've raced against Taylor before. He around me when I was driving against him, he was pretty clean. I haven't raced Ben Faulkner much apart from the GT3s, and Ben was stupid quick. So yeah, I'd say they're a combo maybe to watch out for. I don't know, but yeah, we'll obviously see on the day next week. I wish I could race, but yeah, unfortunately we'll be on the day.
My stream just crashed, Hamish. That's all on yours now. Mate.
That's all right, mate. It's all good. It's all good. We've got at the moment.
Come on, Sinker, mate. One job, mate.
If only you went in wherever he does it, you could be our pit lane reporter for the 500.
Mind you, I would actually like to do that. Like, but I think I don't know if I'll be on spotting duties, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, I'd love to be the pit reporter for that one.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. We're gonna. I haven't filled Hamish in on some of the crazy shit I want to try over the weekend, but we'll have a chat over it.
We're a week away from it, Sinker, so I'm probably the
No. Nothing that's going to be too hard for you to do, mate. It's all stuff that'll be on the spur of the moment, which is going to be awesome. I'm rebooting my iRacing.
I need to put a reminder out to drivers as well. Okay, so the number one reason we asked drivers to send their TGA
hold on, Hamish, look in the background. Edwards is on the inside of Brendan Levin in the background.
He is. He's got the job done. Now Dooley's trying to line him up. Here comes Levin down at the bottom of the Andretti straight. Inside of the corner for Levin. Do they keep it clean? Oh, they're door to door, but they've done well in through that section. Dooley's right there to pick up the pieces if these two come together. Lawford's there as well. 11 wing at Sandown from Mr. Campbell. Oh.
Classic.
This battle is still on between them though at this stage. But yeah, the main reason that we asked for combinations to send the TJ of their liveries was we want to do an actual grid graphic with all the cars' liveries on them as pairs as a slideshow, because we'll have nearly 24 hours to do the grid, obviously, because the shootout and the whole grid will get set the day before. So I'll have all of Saturday night to do the grid. That's the main reason we want your TGAs, so then we can take photos of your cars and set them on the grid as a grid graphic. That's the main reason we want them. So if you want us to be able to do that and you haven't sent your TGAs in yet into that channel that I've already mentioned in Discord, get your TGAs in. We need them. We need all of them by Saturday. Otherwise, I can't do the grid graphic properly, and you have to run with the regular grid graphic.
Oh, that was a tough step between Levin and Dooley on the M30 straight there. Yikes.
Yeah, they are.
That's scary.
They are continuing to go back and forth. We've got less than 10 minutes to go in this race. Jamie Davis, Matty Parker, top two on the road. Fitzpatrick's all over him, though, like a bad rash. Urquhart's in the top four and on for a good chunk of points, as is Edwards inside the top five. Just inside the top 10, Mitch Noble leads for the AMs at this stage for Team SLW Motorsport. James Parfitt's gone round.
There's a car on the wall there.
Yeah, Parfitt. Could it be a safety car? We saw Traynor spun round here earlier in the race. That caused the first safety car.
IRacing doing some weird things there. He was just stuck in burnout mode.
Yeah, he was. Good old replay settings.
Yeah, but they're the replay files, I was going to say.
I blame Sinker for it.
Who else you got to blame?
I'm Sinker for a lot of things here, Hamish. Yay. Oh.
Well, you know, I couldn't save mine on Tuesday because dropped frames.
Oh, no.
And then Sinker offered to save and send it to me, so...
Hey, what the hell's going on with Cowan tonight? He's all the way down in 7-8. Didn't know he land tonight.
He must have known we were broadcasting on Saturday and that he wouldn't be here to watch the show.
Yeah, that makes sense. Thanks. You think Phoenix is worried about PR? Banksy, you having a few scotchies, mate?
well, I wouldn't actually put it past Banksy saying that, because we have a few of our teammates, including myself, have been getting coached by the Phoenix crew this season by Rehan and Laz. So yeah, we've taken all their stuff to heart this year, and we've actually all for this season. We've seen big improvements from the boys, especially mainly Gallon, really, because like when I first joined the team, I wouldn't say he was slow, but he was around my pace, but he's slowly gotten faster and faster as season 4 has gone on. So yeah, no, really happy with the lads and how they've progressed this year.
Well, it helps a lot. We had our boys out there as well with them a couple of weeks ago, and they were all stoked with it. They were all stoked. They loved it. They really enjoyed it. Picked up a lot of info, a lot of pace out of it as well. So hopefully it all shows next weekend for the big 2-day event. At Sandown.
And to all the races that are driving on the Saturday and Sunday as well, I will be hosting practice sessions under the PER banner this week. So all teams and drivers are welcome to the event, or to the event's practice sessions throughout the week. I will be I'll let
nice.
I would also say as well, if you're in the Tuesday field and you're planning on racing the 500, race on Tuesday, because race practice before a big race like that. A race practice before a big race like that is absolutely imperative. So that'll be a perfect opportunity for drivers to get a stint in.
Also Saturday afternoon, the final round of the V8 Supercar Championship. That's going to be a killer too.
And I'm highly, and you very well know, Hamish checked my face from Sunday's cameras. Yeah, I'm highly motivated to win next week because I'm running the HRT Retro that I ran for the 1000 for me and Banksy. So yeah, for anyone who doesn't know, that was the Bacchus we split 2 liveries. So yeah, I'm gonna be running thatthis week, and that'll be my send off again too, and hopefully with a win.
Question is, who's Banksy driving with? Let's send out.
Oh, Banksy is driving with, I believe, Blake's Fitzpatrick. I will bring that up.
Yes, I believe he is. Because I had to confirm with Fitzy if his last name is actually Fitzpatrick or just Fitz. Because obviously he signed up under Fitz.
Hey, what? Look at this. What's happened to what did we miss?
So through all this, I've noticed Parker's had a couple of off-track sinker. I think he's just been getting in the wars at this stage, and unfortunately he's just dropped back through natural digression at this point in the race, unfortunately.
Oh, I remember. Actually, no, I do remember what happened in this one. Like, I think Parker managed it. Fitzy and Parker were side by side going to the final 3 corners, I believe, if I remember this correctly. And Fitzy, or Parker went over the radio as he would do. Unfortunately, no offense to him, he's damn quick. And yeah, he had a little spat with about Fitzy, probably bumping him wide, but it was about two tie widths with the net code. So yeah, that was deemed. I think that incident was deemed no further action.
Andrew's just asked will be doing interviews. I'll be interviewing the race winners, so the AM winner and the pro winner.
Probably not, mate, because they won't be here.
Well, no, that's if Jamie. Oh, that's true. Maybe we'll chat to Urquhart. He's out there. We'll chat to Urquhart's furniture. See if he has any deals running this week
I'm not sure. At the moment, we've got Davis out there leading and Mitch Noble. So first race of the year where we had the SRW dominate the top step, and we didn't do a live broadcast. Hamish, did you do this on purpose?
Yes, Sinker. I tampered with my own computer and gave myself stress and frustration. Because I knew that Jamie Davis and Mitch Noble would win race 2 before it happened.
Dear. It's all good, man. All good.
Also, Sinker, there is a bone to pick with you because a few of my teammates were watching the broadcast and you said Phillip was boring. I was one of them and we were having a big dig at you in my brain because I say Phillip was one of the great circuits for supercars.
I still find it boring, mate. I don't get what you're saying.
It's all right, Dodzy.
Wow.
It's all right, Dodzy. Sinker will not be on the broadcast for Phillip Island.
I just find Phillip Island boring, mate. I just think...
It'll be even. I'll tell you what. If that did happen, though, Hamish, next season, it will be freaking fantastic because
I would love
track.
It. Yeah.
That track in Gen 3, you can't adjust the roll bars. You got to do them in the pit lane, as we know.
Yep.
From real world,
it's all going to be strategy because
it's all going to be variable.
Phillip Island. So one of the reasons, Sinker, just quickly as we have only a lap to go when Davis crosses the line. One of the reasons that Phillip Island will be good in the Gen 3 is Phillip Island, to get a good lap time now, relies on you changing roll bars across the whole lap. You can't do it in Gen 3. You have to do it in the pits. So that's why it will be good.
And that's the key.
You're going to change the roll bar during the race anyway.
Yeah, well, you can't. Oh, you can't.
That's why I said to get a good lap time, Sinker.
Nah, well, you're in VR, mate. It's a bit restrictive of what you can do when you play with knobs and stuff like that. So I just got to play racing.
I think Hamish and I were mentioning on the run, Sinky. You can't do it. You got to do it in the pit lane, mate. You can't.
Yeah.
It's all fixed. The only thing.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what. That's why I'm really looking forward to these cars because it's all, as Larko put it a few years back when Gen 3 was the biggest preview at the end of 2019, I think it was when I showed the graphic of it on the screen in Newcastle, that these cars are going to be all about the driver feel. It's not going to, there's no more roll bars, it's only the brake bars you got to adjust. That's the one thing I'm looking forward to. It's going to be fantastic. I can't wait.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty cool. As we come around the final few corners.
We've got 30 seconds, so there'll be one more lap.
One more
lap this time by. And if Mitch does actually get this done, it'll be his first class win in the Supercars. What a long way Mitch Noble has come since starting in the Supercars in January, Sinker. A full year turnaround for him.
It was always going to be a long journey for him. He's came from.
Oh, we lost Jamie.
Yep,
he's come from ACC and racing for Logitech itself in the team. So it was a different style. Oh, look at that!
Whoa, that's big.
That is huge.
It's big for championship because Lawford's dropping down the order.
I saw that live. That was like, what happened
That is
there?
huge for the championship. Because that puts the boys that are 1 and 2 right back in the fight for next Tuesday.
Yeah, Jamie Davis, Blake Fitzpatrick, Blake Urquhart. Oh, the PER front row on the top of the step again. With 11 in the finishing in the end. He
down
finished
in
in
P9.
9.
So down
And
the
Mitch
end, really
Noble.
straight.
Oh, creamed the Amfield, Mitch.
Final couple of corners for Jamie Davis, who's blinking in and out of existence at this stage, just trying to survive to the checkered flag. In another win for himself and a crucial win for Team SRW Motorsports in his hopes to win his last Tuesday opportunity at a championship. Davis wins in race 2 at Mosport. Fitzpatrick will make it a double podium for himself, and Urquhart will win the round here tonight after taking a win in race 1 and P3 on the road in race 2 as well. Edwards in P4, Dooley P5. Mitch Noble takes his first class win in the Supercars here on Tuesday night. Supercars action brought to you by Warren and Brown Tools, but Davis was the cream of the crop for Team SRW Motorsports. He takes another win. He takes back the lead of the championship over Angus Lawford. And with Lawford back in P18, that's a big chunk of change to lose coming in to the final round on Tuesday.
I've just got some hot news, mate. I just looked at my Discord, and Mr. Banks is upped his prize for the Sandown 500. We don't know what it's going to be for at this point yet, but it's going to be a weekend away at Lake Edge.
Oh, now that's a big one there.
Yeah. For all you lovebirds out there, make sure you're a viewer, because well, I'll have a chat with Banksy. Maybe we'll give it to a viewer. Maybe we'll get it to a driving pair. I don't know. Maybe the pair are
a romantic weekend away for a
romantic
driving pair.
Nothing against that. We're all LBGQ, all that sort of stuff. We do not judge. So yeah, we'll have a chat. I'll have a chat with Banksy, see what we're going to make the prize for. But Jamie Davis takes out top spot, and followed by Blake Fitzpatrick and Blake Urquhart. And in the M's, we've got Mitchy Noble for Team SRW, followed by Jeremy Bush and Andrew Rushworth. Brett Taylor got 4th.
He did.
So he's finished his season strong too.
He has 1 round to go for him. We've got Urkowitz's Furniture waiting to come and have a chat to us. Dodsy, thanks for coming and have a quick chat to us. Best of luck tomorrow night for Mosport and the Sunday Supercars. We look forward to seeing how you go, and we'll keep an eye on your stink face tomorrow night as well.
Yeah, if anything, all the focus will be more towards next week. But I'm hoping to get at least a couple of big wins before we finish off Gen 2 well in style.
All good, mate. Thank you so much for coming and have a chat.
Take care of yourself, mate, and say good day to all the PR boys.
Will do, lads, and yeah, obviously big shout out to our sponsors as well, and which I'm sure Urquhart will do the shout out for us.
No worries,
Yes,
mate.
he will. Well, he's the only one we've got at the moment to chat to, so let's kick Dodsy out and bring in Mr. Urquhart.
Urkowitz's Furniture. I heard there's a sale happening on tables and chairs because you've just absolutely cooked up a storm for yourself on Tuesday night. Win in race 1, the round win as well by getting yourself back onto the podium. Your first win in SRW. What's it like running a better brake bias in this car? You seem to be finding some pace.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, Tuesday night was something special for SRW, first win, so can't complain with that. And hopefully it can lead on the Sandown with that effort as well. So yeah, sold a lot this week, so that's good.
For anyone not in on the joke, Urky doesn't actually have a furniture brand. It's just a joke that we have going with each other. But
well, the brand, or similar in name, has been around for a bloody donkey's years, hasn't it?
It has. That was the whole point of the joke.
Yeah.
But no, I mean,
those people who aren't Melbourne bound.
No.
Have a clue.
But you know, Urky, I mean, you've been on the up and up the last couple of weeks. You struggled early in the season, especially mid-pack battles. Appeared that you were really struggling with getting the car settled in sort of mid-corner turn-ins and stuff like that, especially at Mugello. It seems the last few weeks that you've really found your footing. Obviously made 2 top 10 shootouts last week. Didn't get to take part in one because of an impeding penalty, but it's like a resurgence for you at this stage. I mean, you know, Tuesday you took your first win. You took the round win as well. I mean, how does that sort of feel leading into Sandown next week, which is, it's one of your local tracks? I mean, does it feel hopeful that you might be able to recreate some magic?
Yeah, it should be a top 10 car. I think the car's feeling pretty good. I've been doing some practices, so hopefully we be in the top 10. And yeah, the pace has been off at the start of the season because I've only just got back into it at the start of this season after a 2-year bender off them. So it's good to be back in them and send them off to the Gen 3s. So hopefully Gen 3s go well.
Well, mate, you've started to find your footing once again, which is really, really good to see. Hopefully you can keep the momentum up into the final round on Tuesday and then into the 500 on the Saturday and Sunday as well. Let us know helps get you in Pacific Esports Racing out on track. Anyone else you wish to give a shout-out to as well for myself and Sinker and the rest of the league, congratulations not only on your first race win, but also your first round win here in SRW as well. Yeah, cheers to our boss man as well, Banksy. Does a huge effort to the team and all of that, and to all our sponsors. So like to thank all them on board as well. So yeah, bring on Tuesday and good practice for Sunday. Hopefully we'll have a fast race car for Sunday as well. Well, mate, thank you so much for coming and have a chat to us. Best of luck next week in all the Sandown action we have coming your way in the supercar. And enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we'll see you on Tuesday. Yeah, cheers, boys. Thanks.
Thank you, mate. Well done.
Cheers, mate.
Well, Sinker, short, sharp, and to the point. Yeah. What a race it was, and 1 round to go.
Well, I got to thank all the viewers that came out tonight. It wasn't much of a race broadcast as much of a social outing tonight. The replay file wasn't the best of quality, but we made the most of what we had. You and Dodsy went off on a tangent for a fair while there's some great racing going on, but it was a good night out, and thank you everyone for jumping in and having a chinwag with us on the chat line as well. So it was an awesome night. It's still 10 past 11 and 10 past 10 and plenty of time to do other stuff, so you can all go out, get changed, put tight pants on, and hit the pubs.
You think any of our viewers wear tight pants, Sinker?
I don't know. Oh, Banksy, I'm sure Banksy gets into the Fabergés.
Definitely.
He probably as old as me. He probably remembers what they are.
Obviously, a big week coming.
Come on, Banksy. Admit it. You probably still got them hanging in the wardrobe.
Obviously, a big end-to-end rate coming tomorrow night. We're back here at Mosport for the live Sunday feed of the V8 Supercars brought to you by Warren & Brown Tools. Next week, final round of the season, final round of 2024. It all starts Tuesday night for V8 Supercars action out at Sandown. Wednesday, we head over to Daytona for the final round of the SFLs, the Super Formula Championship, via Cooler Master. We've already crowned our F1 Shadow Series champion of David Gallo, who was crowned last week. So next week, even though it's the final F1 Shadow round, it's more or less all about the regular championship. On Thursday for the GR86s, they'll be heading out to Bathurst for an enduro race in the 86s. That is going to be an absolute barn burner. And then Saturday afternoon, 2 to 2:30 p.m. start time. We'll give you more details on Tuesday. We'll be back for the final round of the Sunday V8 Supercars series brought to you by Warren & Brown Tools. But next weekend, we mentioned it all throughout tonight's show, 11 a.m., qualifying race number 1 for the Sandown 500. GR86 Showcase as well at Sandown. Race 2 for qualifying that sets the grid and the top 10 for the top 10 shootout just after it. And then Sunday, 1 p.m., 500 begins. We go racing for 161 laps around Sandown for the final time in the Gen 2 car. So a massive week to come your way. It's a massive week and a half to come your way as well, because the Wednesday after is the AOWN, the Australian Open Wheel Nationals. The track will be revealed publicly on Wednesday night's final round show of the Super Formula Championship. So you don't want to miss that. You don't want to miss any of our action coming up this week. So be sure to hit the like button, the subscribe, and the bell icon as well, so you're notified whenever we go racing here on SRW TV. Big shout out to all of our series sponsors, including our title sponsors, Warren & Brown Tools, for their continued support of the Tuesday night V8 Supercars series, the Sunday night V8 Supercars Championship, and on the Sandown 500 next weekend, as well to Cooler Master for their support of the Wednesday night Super Formula Championship, and to Shannon's Insurance for their support of the Thursday night GR86 Nationals. So other series sponsors, NeuroPower, DSL Rail Services, Shunt Scenery and Groom Industries, home of the V8 Coffee Table, which can be found on Prime Videos, Top Gear Australia during the news, interviews and other studio segments. But I'm Hamish Munro, joined by Steve Sinkovic once again. keep an eye out for sign-ups for Season 1. They'll be going live very, very soon on www.simracingworld.com.au. But until then, and until next time, until tomorrow night at 7:50 Australian Eastern Daylight Savings Time, we'll see you then. Stay safe, drive hard, and as always, bye for now.
This is amazing. It was clash heads again. This is like Chaz Mostert and Cam Waters. Almost the same situation. Better contact going down to the hill. Sam Noble wants to sniff on Dave Coleman now. Sam Noble bottle right now because, tell you what, Bruce Tanak and Jamie Dyke just absolutely drove away from us.